What's going on, everybody? Hope you're excited about a brand new week. You know I am. Hey, I want to talk to you today about instant gratification. Instant gratification. It's a problemo in our world, and it's no new problem. It's a problem that's been around for a long time. We can look back in the Bible in Genesis chapter 25. Jacob and Esau are in the word in Genesis 25. They're Isaac's sons, and Esau is the oldest. He was the firstborn. He has the birthright. He was given the birthright, which is a huge honor, which puts him on baller status, which means he's going to get a double portion of whatever is passed down. He's got it going on, right? Well, one day Esau comes in from the field. He'd been out there. He was tired. He was hot. He comes in, and his brother Jacob's over there cooking him up some soup. He got some stew going on over there, and he was hungry. And so he says to Jacob, "Hey, can I have some soup?" And he says, "Yes, but first sell me your birthright. Give me your birthright and I'll give you some soup." And the man does it. What a dummy. He goes, "Here you go." And he gives up his birthright for a bowl of soup. We could go real deep into this, but that's the point I want to make, is that if he would have just delayed gratification, if he would have just waited or gone and hunted him his own food, gone and put in some work without trying to seek something fast and in a hurry, he could have done it himself. But instead, he gave up his future. He gave up everything he had coming to him in the future for a little bowl of soup. And we can sit here and talk about how crazy Esau is and how dumb that was. But the truth of the matter is, you and me, we do the same thing on a regular basis. We do the same thing. If you think about it, high sugary food content. We live in a world of instant gratification, which is we want instant grits, instant oatmeal, instant coffee. Huge business. Instant coffee, the Keurig, because you do it and you have a cup of coffee in just a few seconds. But there's instant TV. You can go on Netflix and have a list of movies in a matter of minutes. And all those things, they're not bad. They're a great thing. It's great for business. If you can come up with something that helps you speed up the process of anything, it helps you make money in business, and it helps people live their lives on a higher level. But in life, a lot of times, we take the easy way out because of the instant gratification desire that we have in our heart. So the high sugary content, instead of cooking up some chicken that might take us a second to cook, we would rather just go into the pantry and grab the bag of chips and eat the chips, which in turn is not so good for us. Whereas if we would have delayed gratification and we could cook our food and then eat it, it would make us feel better, it would be healthier, and it would be better for us. The same goes with premarital sex. We, as men and women, we're given a drive that God gave us, and we're created with this drive. It's part of who we are. But He created it for a certain time and a certain place. And so often, we are seeking everything instantly. We want it now. We can't see the future. We can't wait. And so people essentially sell their birthright at an early age, and they can't wait. But if you can see the future, if you can get yourself to see that God has created you in this sex drive that you have, He's created it for a certain time and a certain place with your future husband, your future wife, you won't sell yourself short. And so be encouraged in that you can hold off. And I don't know what your past looks like. A lot of times when I speak, I have to make sure that people understand your past might look way worse than what I just described. And that's okay, because I'm not here to talk about your past. I'm here to talk about your future. So be encouraged in that whatever your past looks like, from this point forward, I will delay gratification because I know I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to do what God's called me to do. Watching TV, it's a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it brings you more instant gratification than sitting there reading a book, which may take longer to sink in. It might take longer for you to get the picture of what the book's trying to share with you. Cheating on the test. You got a test. You're taking a test in math. You don't know the answers because you didn't put in your work. So you It's easy to look at the person next to you and see what he or she is writing on her test. You answer the test and you turn it in and maybe you get a good grade. So that brings you instant gratification. But at the end of the day, you know it wasn't your work. So it brings regret. It brings shame. It brings guilt. If you're a Christian, it brings shame and guilt. If you're not, then it probably doesn't bother you one bit and you just keep doing it like you're doing it. But if you're a Christian and you claim to be a Christian, you seek instant gratification, it will bring guilt and shame in your life. I'll give you one more example. If a man is married to a woman and let's say he goes on vacation and he doesn't see his wife for 3 weeks, and maybe he's in a big city and he's walking down the road and he sees prostitutes and they're on the corner right there. Well, since he has this drive but he's not at home with his wife, he could instantly gratify his desire. He could go, he's got money in his pocket, so he could go purchase this prostitute. Let's just say he's somewhere out of town where it's legal for him to purchase a prostitute, or even if it's not and they're still there, he still has an opportunity. But he could do what he said he would do when he stood before God and everybody else, that he would live for this one woman until death do us part. And he can wait until he gets home to gratify the desire that he has. It's a delayed gratification. It won't be great at the moment, but at the moment that it is great later on, he will be thankful that he waited. And so I just want to encourage you today to begin to get this mindset of, I don't need to do everything at this moment. Like, I need to do it on God's timing, the timing that he has it for me. It won't be easy, but guys, we got to get off of this kick that we need to do everything that's easy. Just because it's easy doesn't mean it's right. And so it's not going to be easy. But I say it a million times when I talk to young people, when I talk to adults, if it was easy, everybody would do it. But we're not everybody, okay? We're called to a higher standard, especially if you claim to be a Christian, if you claim to be a believer. This stuff will help you in life, whether you're a Christian or not. But my goal is to encourage young people, young believers of Jesus Christ, that we need to walk in the way that he has for us, even if it's difficult. We got to go the way so we can show the way. So let's go out today. Let's just be a light in this world. The world desperately needs you, and they need me to be a light in this dark world. You're awesome. See you next week.